How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Rod from DBZSHFIGS.com, and today I'm bringing to you the newest episode of my weekly updates video in the world of Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. Now, I know I've been gone for a few weeks. I was on vacation, so I did miss a lot of stuff, so just trying to catch up now, just in case you do look forward to these videos. You know, just trying to get you all caught up like I am. Whether you're a returning viewer or maybe you're brand new, maybe you saw Wasting Money's newest video where we just collaborated with a bunch of Dragon Ball SH Figuarts content creators, and maybe you're giving me a try. Welcome. So as always, we're going to start here with my website, DBZSHFIGS.com. It's a complete archive of every single release in the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line. So I've updated now with all the newly announced figures. We have a new Vegeta, we have two new Gokus, we have Supreme Kai and Pansy. So we're just going to start there with them. So first off, we have Super Saiyan Vegeta Dangerous Pride. So this is a really awesome looking Vegeta. It's going to be the go-to Super Saiyan Vegeta in my opinion from now on. It is scheduled to release in April of 2026 for $38, which is the new standard retail price. So with that price, it does tell me that this is going to be a figure that's going to be available to purchase at your local retailer like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, etc. Now, he does come with cool stuff. He comes with different hands, different face plates, the folded arms piece, and then the most cool thing about this is the fact that a lot of people pointed out that he comes with exchangeable boots, which is not something that we've gotten commonly before. So I find this really cool. So you could have him with his Saiyan armor colored toe boot here, which is like a brownish, kind of goldenish look to it. Or you can just have it be all white, which is pretty cool. That's something that I'm glad to see being innovated into these figures, especially at the cheapest price point, which is that $37.99. I find that really cool, and I gotta commend to Machinations for that. But other than that, it's obviously not gonna come with so many things like blast effects or anything like that because it is an introductory figure. However, it does have the newest, technology with the shoulders and the legs, so it's gonna be a really nice figure to have. And if you're brand new to the series, this is one that you're gonna want to pre-order. Now, along with him has to come a Goku, which we got the Kind-Hearted Saiyan, which is just your newest base form Goku. So it's kind of funny because we just got the lowest born Saiyan, which was basically replacing the Saiyan raised on Earth Goku. And then now we have a newly announced one, which has that, again, that new technology on the shoulders and the legs, making it the most up-to-date Goku possible. You will notice that he does not have one of the symbols on his gi, which is, I mean, there's a lot of customization that could go on with him. You could put whatever sticker you want, or you could draw it on yourself, whatever you want. But with this one, they actually gave us a little picture with all the stuff he comes with. So he does come with all the, the usual stuff here. Now, the one thing I will say is that I always appreciate when Goku comes with, like a funny looking face, because, Goku, yes, he can be very serious at times. However, he is also a fun-loving, goofy kind of guy. So I'm kind of disappointed that he doesn't come with like a goofy faceplate on this. But other than that, everything else looks pretty standard. He does come with two heads, so you could have different flowing, hair on it. Now, you can see that the best thing possible here is that you could actually have a pretty nice Kamehameha posing with the hands and the new shoulder articulation. That's what I'm most excited about, because sometimes it'd be a struggle with other figures, but with this one, it seems like they figured it all out. And yeah, that one's also $37.99, and it's going to be released in May of 2026. So make sure you pre-order that if you haven't. Then we did get two new announcements for the Daima series, which it's the Supreme Kai Mini, and this one, it's going to be released in May of 2026. It's up for pre-order now, and it's going to be at a price of $74.99, which is crazy price, honestly. I can't even sugarcoat that one. It's like, I don't know how they're choosing these prices, but like, you're going to tell me this guy's $74.99, and then the Goku and the Vegeta are $37.99. I don't get it. But anyways, if you're into the whole Daima thing, then this is going to be pretty nice. And if you're not into the Daima thing, I mean, still, quote unquote, we're getting a Supreme Kai. So, I mean, you could put him into your Majin Buu display. However, of course, he's going to be tiny, and I can't wait to get an actual Supreme Kai from the Buu saga. But anyways, this is our first iteration of the character, so it's always nice to introduce new characters to the line. He does come with exchangeable hands and faces, and he comes with these bonus parts for Mini Goku. So Mini Goku is, of course, going to be like the DLC go-getter, just how regular Gohan was for the superhero movies. So it comes with like a donut and this eating face, which is pretty cool. And then we do have Pansy for that same $74.99, and she's going to be released in June of 2026. She's up for pre-order now, and she's probably the worst one out of all of them, just because, I don't know, the articulation doesn't really look that great to me, in my opinion. And then Pansy's not really a character I care about too much. So to have to spend $74.99, it's kind of crazy. She does come with some nice accessories here. So she comes with different hands, different faces, 2 different heads, and her bag. And of course, she's going to come with DLC for Goku Mini, which is this hat wearing thing and that face where he's like unsure about what's going on. So, I mean, that's cool. I honestly just really love the DLC for the Goku. I don't really like the whole, mechanism of putting DLC into figures people don't really want, but the actual pieces themselves are pretty cool, and I can't wait to have them. And then lastly, this one was a premium Bandai exclusive, which honestly, I think looks incredible. It's the Super Saiyan Son Goku Fighter of Rage. So this one is $65, which is not terrible. It's kind of around that same price tag as the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, so it's not the worst thing here. And then he looks really, really awesome in my opinion. I think this is going to be the go-to Super Saiyan Goku in my opinion, because this is like when he first turned Super Saiyan, which is a really sick, concept in itself. And then with the brand new technology on the shoulders and everything, I think this is going to be the go-to. It's going to be the gold standard, no pun intended, in my opinion. $65, like I mentioned, with a release date of July 2026, up for pre-order currently on Premium Bandai. And he's going to come with different hands, different faces, and 2 heads. So not a whole lot there, but the figure itself, I mean, I'm sold on it in my opinion. But other than that, make sure you also check out the Amazon deals tab here, where you'll find all the best deals currently on Amazon for Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. So I just want to highlight a few of them here. So we do have the Adult Diamond Goku and the Adult Diamond Vegeta, both on sale. Goku with a bigger sale price of minus 18%. So he's going to cost you $31.15 plus tax. If you already have Amazon, you're not paying shipping on that. So it's going to be a cheap way to get it. And then Vegeta has a slight discount at 5% off. So $35.99. Both of these figures, amazing. If you don't care about the Dime aesthetic, I mean, maybe skip them. But if you're like, I just want a cool Goku and Vegeta, these are definitely up there because they do have that 3.0 technology. We also have the trio of the mini Daima, so Vegeta, Piccolo, and Goku. So Vegeta, 18% off. That's still way too expensive. Wait for it to lower. Piccolo, 16% off, which is really nice because he just does have that soft goods cape, which is going to come in really handy when you're trying to pose him. Infinite amount of articulation on the cape is what I like to call it. And then we do have 34% off the mini Goku. For only $25, you get a pretty nice figure. And if you're planning on collecting the other Daima figures that come with DLC for this figure, it's just going to make it a lot better for you. $25, I think, is a really, really nice price tag on that one. We have another mini Goku. This one is the GT version at 13% off. So for $47, you get a really nice Goku figure that comes with a Kamehameha effect piece. So that one's nice. And then lastly, we do have Purunga and Dende, 8% off only at $275. So he actually, people are buying him, which I thought he was not and the price was going to drop. But it says down there that it's only one left in the entire store. So, I mean, if you want him for that price, get him. Honestly, I don't have this figure, but I'm just waiting for it to drop even lower. Funny thing, while I was in Europe, I did go into a store that had like comic books and manga and stuff, and they did have some S.H. Figuarts there. One of them that they had was this Purunga, and I've never seen it in person. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I just did not expect it to be so big. Which, I mean, if you haven't seen that box, look it up online and it's huge. But anyways, that's going to be it for the Amazon deals there. We're going to move over to the Tamashii Nations calendar. If you don't know, there's a calendar that Tamashii Nations keeps with like current releases, future releases, reissues, pre-orders, stuff like that. So I already spoke about these two, but they're up for pre-order now after October 1st, which is pretty cool. The Super Saiyan Goku Warrior of Rage, the orders for pre-orders opened on October 10th, which is now October 12th. So he is up for pre-order on Premium Bandai. And then Super Saiyan Son Goku, The Games Begin, is officially going to release on October the 25th, which is kind of funny to me, in my opinion, because they were kind of saying he was going to be available at New York Comic Con, but then they changed their minds. I guess maybe something took longer than they expected, so he's not currently for sale there, but we're all going to get a chance on the 25th of October. And then coming soon, October, speaking of New York Comic Con, it is the Super Saiyan Gogeta, the exclusive edition. So that was going to be a really, really nice Gogeta. Of course, it's going to have that glossy, exclusive finish to it. So if you don't like that one, there's obviously many third-party Gogetas available now. You can go with whichever you want. And then in the release schedule, so we did get the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta shipped. It arrived at my doorstep yesterday, so look out for a review coming soon. But that's pretty much it for the calendar. Now, I did briefly mention it, but New York Comic Con is currently happening right now as of the recording of this video. I believe today is the last day, which is the Sunday the 12th, if I'm not incorrect on that one. So here is the Games Begin, which now is saying it's coming up for display. I believe before it was saying that it was going to be up for sale, but like I said, it probably got delayed. And of course, like I mentioned, the exclusive is Super Saiyan Gogeta for $80. Some people are saying it's kind of expensive, which in truthness, yes, because you can get third parties way cheaper. But I mean, up to you if you want the official release or if you want a third party figure. But next up, we're going to move over to Premium Bandai. And just want to let you know that they're currently hosting a little promotion. So you get free shipping on orders of $60 or more. The campaign started October 9th and it ends October 13th at 7:59 p.m. Eastern Time, which is basically 5 p.m. Pacific Time for me. I don't know every every time out there, so just look it up for yourself. But yeah, if you're planning on spending $60 or more, you will get free shipping, which avoids that $10 shipping that they outrageously charge on Premium Bandai. And then some things you could buy with that. I mean, you could pick up a few of the in-stock stuff that they have. I mean, you could get the Ultra Instinct Goku. I wouldn't really recommend anything else. I mean, unless you're making like a big purchase. But basically, the reason it was made was so that you can get the Super Saiyan Goku Fighter of Rage with free shipping, if we're being completely honest. So yeah, you could spend $65, get it shipped out for free. And then, like I mentioned, it won't be delivered until July of 2026. So you're gonna have to wait 9 months. I just did the math in my head. 9 months to receive this figure, which, I mean, it's kind of crazy in my opinion, but I mean, what can you expect now? Let's just go through this. I mean, like I said, the figure is incredible. I'm really excited to receive this. Everything looks great on it. Now, I will say that one thing people did like and did not like was the fact that I believe you can use the legendary Super Saiyan faces on the new figure. However, you can't use the new figure's faces on the legendary Super Saiyan, which is, I mean, it's cool that you can use the old ones on this one. However, I just don't really see how you can't use the new ones on the previous one. That just kind of doesn't make sense to me why they would do it that way. But Tamashii Nations does what Tamashii Nations does. I mean, but other than that, we're going to move over to Big Bad Toy Store. Just want to highlight some different things they have on purchase right now. So they do still have the Majin Buu, the Good Buu, in stock for $86. So if you haven't picked that one up, make sure you pick it up. They do have Krillin, the Strongest Man, which is still going to be a pretty nice Krillin compared to the newest one, which is Goku's childhood friend. This one still does the job for a fraction of the price. And then the Blue Vegeta is really amazing. Pick it up if you don't have it. And then we do have Daima Adult Goku. We have the pre-orders for Supreme Kai and Pansy. $74.99 each. Pretty expensive. I would say try and get them from Toys in the Box if you can. But yeah, they do have on sale the GT Goku. However, I still think it's a better price on Amazon. Pre-order for the GameSpeak and Goku, still up there. Frieza First Form, $78. I think this is really an underrated figure in my opinion. It's one of the favorite ones in my collection. And then Broly Full Power up for pre-order, $100. Adult Piccolo, again, $75 for a Piccolo is pretty standard. And he does come with the soft goods cape, so it's going to have infinite amount of articulation on the cape. Anything else? I would say probably not. They do have the Shenron up for pre-order, 120. Glorio still up for pre-order, $95. Crazy price, in my opinion. And as always, skip the premium Bandai exclusives on here. They're way too pricey. Just don't even think about it. But yeah, that's pretty cool on that. Next up, we're going to move over to Toys in the Box. So like I said, I prefer Toys in the Box because I usually make bulk buys. And if you buy 3 or more figures at once, you get an additional discount on top of the fact that their prices are already lower than other websites. So as you can see, the Goku, the Kind-Hearted Saiyan, is $34.99, which compares to $37.99 at other websites. So they do have that enough for pre-order. Same thing with Vegeta. Same thing with Supreme Kind Mini, only $70 compared to $75 at Big Bad Toy Store. And Pansy, same thing, $70. They do have the Cell First Form if that's something that you're interested in at $70. I believe that's cheaper than Big Bad Toy Store. And then Glorio up for pre-order, $10 less than Big Bad Toy Store. So I would say that one's a pretty nice deal. But yeah, also Broly, $94.99. You save $5 there. And then lastly, they do have Super Saiyan Rose Goku there for $35.99. So yeah, like I mentioned, if you're planning to make a bulk order, Toys in the Box is definitely the way to go. But if you're just buying 1 or 2 figures, just check both websites, see the final price on each website, and then just go with whichever one's cheaper, in my opinion. I don't really have a horse in the race, but that's what I always do. I always check the prices on the different stores. I do have a link for Toys in the Box for 5% off your order. If you want, it's going to be in the description. But other than that, I'm going to move over to 5K Toys for just some quick third-party stuff. They do have in stock, if you happen to have the Beast Deities Broly, there is a little kit with different faces and hands and effect pieces for that. If you want to take it to the next level, there's a yellow kit and a green kit. So whichever version you have, they have the corresponding effect pieces and faces. And then lastly, I'm still surprised to this day that Demoniacal Fit Legendary Berserker Shattered the Universe is still in stock at 5K Toys. Why do people not like this figure? I don't know. Broly's usually sell out right away, which is crazy to me that this one's still in stock. So if you have a theory for me, leave it in the comments because I really don't know. I'm just going to go to some miscellaneous news on here. So like I mentioned, we do have New York Comic Con happening right now, and they do have some cool displays there, which is not really news, but I just thought it was really cool in case you haven't seen these. So here they have the new Gokus as well as the new Vegeta. No new Trunks, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if they are working on a new one or if the Boy from the Future is just going to be the, the main Trunks we get for a while. I did like this Buu Saga diorama, which is really cool. I do wish we would get a new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. If you have this figure, you know how outdated it is. Other than that, I wish we had a General Majin Vegeta. And just, of course, have Kid Buu. We're still missing him. And so many great characters. So I really hope they expand into this saga much more in 2026. They do have the Ginyu Force up for display. I wish these would get a re-release, but I don't know if that's coming. Here we have another picture of Son Goku's old friend Krillin. So it's that new smaller Krillin that was up for pre-order a couple of months ago. And in the back there, we have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Grade 8 Vegeta. Now, interesting is that they have the Son Gohan, the Kid era, which, I don't have. It's currently my Grail. If anybody has any good prices on him, I'm looking to pick him up, but I really wish I could have him. And I do still wonder if they're going to come up with a new one. And then lastly, this one was actually pretty shocking that they're actually selling the 40th anniversary Dragon Ball Son Goku and Dragon, which is pretty cool. Honestly, if you happen to go to New York Comic Con, this hopefully you pick this up because I really love the figure. I love the way it's kind of a figure, kind of a statue. You know, it's just a display piece. Everything about it, the box, everything is just amazing in my opinion. So if you went to New York Comic Con, let me know if you got this. I think it's going to be a pretty rare item, just because it's going to have that silver Tamashii Nation sticker, meaning that it's an American product, which as of now, this is the only way to get it in America. Other than that, you probably got it overseas and it has a golden sticker. So I don't know if that matters to anybody, but just pointing that out. And they of course had a display of the Super Saiyan Gogeta, which is the event exclusive, $80. I'll be honest, I really do like it. I did pre-order it. I can't wait to get it in hand. Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that we went from having no Super Saiyan Gogetas to now having so many options for a Super Saiyan Gogeta, which is just something I really appreciate. And there is the new Tamashii Nation store exclusive, Limits Super Surpassed Ultra Instinct Goku. I can't wait to visit the store sometime soon and hopefully get this because I do think it looks amazing. I know the color on the pants is a little much for some people, but I actually do really like it, in my opinion, of course. And lastly, just going to go over some more stuff. So the Demonaka Fit Martial Artist Forever Return from Beyond is available now. So you could get them at AliExpress and other websites. So this is going to be basically a basic Goku, but from the Buu saga. As you can see, he comes with the little halo on top. And what I find really cool is he comes with all these different hands, different faces, and he actually comes with a base form head that has a goofy Goku face, which, like I told you, is something that I really appreciate. And then Jais by WP Model is now available. You could order at Model Hobby Store and get them. It looks like, you know, they're trying to make every single character from the Ginyu Force, because up next it looks like it's going to be Raccoon. So if you don't have S.H.Figuarts Ginyu Force figures, this might be something you want to look into. I've never bought from WP Model, so I don't know what their quality is like, but maybe it's worth a try. Maybe you can get a Ginyu Force for a lot cheaper. And then Gotenks by Square K. Again, I don't really know what Square K is. I've never heard of this third-party studio. However, the figure is looking great. This is just, you know, a little prototype with no paint, but everything looks pretty cool on it. The articulation at least looks amazing. He's doing a splits here. And then Broly by ZL Studio, which they're making like different variants of the base form Broly as well as the regular Super Saiyan Broly when he's still pretty small. So if you're interested in those figures, check them out. And then lastly, we did get another look at the Cell Jr. by KW, which is one that I actually pre-ordered, still haven't received, but it looks like they're on the final stages here. They might be getting shipped off in a couple weeks now because they look pretty good. And I'm really excited to add them to my collection, to be honest. So that's basically going to be it for me. Again, I really appreciate you. I'm sorry I was, you know, away for a couple weeks there, but I'm back on the grind. If you're still listening to my voice at this point in time, I really appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment so that the channel can keep growing. And yeah.